They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between our visitors and the Chicago Bears. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. First play's a run with Nwangu. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. This defense for the Bears very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. For the Bears at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
For that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version.
And it's caught. Touchdown. George Pickens. his first touchdown of the new season. And the Crusaders are on the board first here this afternoon. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ashton Davis. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Up the middle, Nwangu. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Touchdown! Kene Nwangu. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Crusaders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From the 39, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
He finds Pickens over the middle. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And they'll run again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Boswell's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now it's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Fields now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out right at the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, it's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown Bears! Adam Thielen from 19 yards away. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Pickett sets up play action. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
They'll lead the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Back to throw, Pickett. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And a lane slow and materializing there as they get maybe a yard up to the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now Montgomery running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Santos with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. The score, all even to this point as it kicks away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Pickett. He'll get this to Nwangu. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On the give is Nwangu. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the job. Touchdown, Chicago!
What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Handoff right side to Wangu. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. That's going to be caught by Pickett. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Handoff here to Nwangu. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks. Let's go.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Montgomery down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap.
Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. 43 yards. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Santos with the extra lead down to 3 touchdowns in 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First play's a run with Nwangu, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Another run now for Nwangu. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Chicago, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.